Yeah. Anyways, this is. Have we talked about the Vampire Landlord in an episode with you?
We talked about a guy.
We talked about Troy Kearns.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a too cool of a name for
this
that guy.
Well, this is another guy that we've talked about on this podcast before. His name is Shayne McKinney, and he is literally a vampire.
Leave it to the Irish.
Yeah. Well, he might be Scottish, but either way, he is a man who is a landlord in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and he identifies as a vampire.
Great.
He has the filed down teeth, everything. And this news story is going to give a little context to the clip that we're going to play that he posted to social media. So this is a local Fort Smith news story to kind of explain why this clip exists.
Hit me, white lady.
Continues around a proposal that could change how the city of Fort Smith is run. We first told you about this proposed change last month. 5 News reporter Taylor Howard was at a town hall meeting this evening where residents learned more and had the chance to weigh in.
There was a town hall meeting tonight here in Fort Smith about a proposal that could change the way the city runs, moving from a city administrative system to a mayoral-led system. We'll hear from residents about how they feel about the possible change.
For Fort Smith to succeed in the future.
So you'll notice that
that lady struggled with her continental accent on proposal.
Yeah,
proposal.
She did. She did. These guys have shirts on. They're clearly Shayne fans. One of them has a shirt on that says Vampire Mayor.
They're called Shaniacs.
Shaniacs. Dude, he should hire you. For real, though.
A lot of people should hire me. I'm being so real.
And then the other guy's got Shayne McKinney revamp Fort Smith is what it says underneath that. And then it's got 2 vampire fangs, which is it's crazy that these people are wearing these shirts. I think that lady's shirt is AI.
For a landlord,
it looks like
AI. Yeah.
So
does the Vampire Landlord use AI? They don't.
Yeah.
They don't hire artists.
It looks like the stuff that is around the words Vampire Mayor is cum dripping off of like the words Vampire Mayor.
A little bit, yeah. It doesn't look like blood. They should have swapped those colors.
They should have
swapped the letters should be white.
Exactly.
The outline should be red.
Right.
But then it wouldn't contrast with the bats
as
well.
They ripped off Jakin Off.
They did kind of rip off Jakin Off.
They ripped off the original Jakin Off artwork.
That font is kind of a rip off of the Jakin Off font.
Hey, my logo was dripping in cum, fella.
Come on.
Hey, pal.
Are you a dick vampire? Are you sucking cum out of a dick? I want to suck your cum.
Pull it back a little bit, Brett. Let's hear what Mac and Lyrene have to say.
For Fort Smith to succeed in the future, that was the whole purpose of this meeting, is to make people aware of this petition to make it a mayor-run city instead of the way it's run right now.
Since 1967, Fort Smith has operated under a city administrative system where a hired city administrator handles day-to-day operations rather than the elected mayor. Mayoral candidate Shayne McKinney says that structure is slowing down economic growth.
The city has been costing me money in trying to start business. It's been
Pause
costing
it.
the family.
That's the kind of vest a vampire wears.
Bro, yeah, you're not joking. That's how he's dressed all the time.
I'm sure he cannot look. I mean, when you look in a mirror and you can't see yourself, all you can see is your clothes. You got to feel naked without a vest. You got to feel naked without a black vest.
Dude, he and the fact that he is a vampire landlord is
a little on the nose.
It's a little on the nose, and the kind of landlord that he is too, because he obviously owns rental properties, residential rental properties, but then he also owns several Airbnbs. And they're all Airbnb, themed Airbnbs. And some of them are Airbnbs that are literally designed. They're like, you want to come fuck?
And B&B stands for blood and breakfasts?
Yeah, blood and breakfast.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And air is reference to the fact that he can fly through the air.
Yes,
when he turns into a bat.
Yeah, he turns into a vampire bat. And
I understand.
Flies through the air.
I understand.
Yeah, he's a particularly vile.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no one in real estate or landlordship should have merch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say,
you know what?
We've gone too far with the merch.
That's a great policy, I think, and I've said this before that it should be harder to make T-shirts than it is.
You need a license.
It should be harder to make T-shirts than it is. I shouldn't have been able to buy this. I shouldn't have been able to buy this Bart Simpson original Gulf War anti-Gulf War shirt. I was there, dude, and it sucked. It's Bart Simpson.
Bogus, dude. The Gulf War was bogus. Not my strongest.
Eat my shorts. We're actually going to get... we'll talk about Bart Simpson later.
Oh, again?
Did we talk about him before?
Years ago at this point. Yeah, the guy who got arrested in the UK for the Bart Simpson's porn.
Oh, that's right, dude. Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck.
Damn.
We got to find another story.
Is that on Jakin Off?
Yes.
Okay, so
It was before your time.
Oh,
but
it
that's
was
like one of the maybe like dozen episodes I haven't listened to yet. I've worked my way through the back.
Fake
catalog.
fan.
Yeah.
Fake fan.
Do you even fucking...
I think it was maybe the episode with me and Bobby Jaycox, I think.
Maybe we'll link it.
It was one of those old
Yeah,
ones.
maybe we'll link it. Look up here.
Yeah,
It's
link to
gonna
the
be up here.
past. Link to
Yeah.
the past. No, Nintendo don't sue.
Nintendo, don't sue. Don't sue us, Nintendo. Anyways, Brett, hit that space bar.
Yeah,
pal.
let's.
Money.
Others who support the current system aren't so sure.
None of the candidates are qualified to run a $300 million business with 1,000 employees.
Supporters of a mayor-led system are now working to get the issue in front of voters. They're asking residents to sign a petition which would put the question of changing the city's form of government on the November ballot. McKinney points out to cities like Fayetteville and Siloam Springs where mayor-led systems are in place. For others like Mike Rich, his reasoning for supporting the change is simple.
Returning to mayor simply because it's a change. You know, it's a change. Maybe we need change.
So far, about 500 people have signed these petitions, and they need 2,000 in order for it to get on the ballot in November. In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Taylor Howard, 5 News.
So just to kind of fill in a couple gaps here of what's going on.
Return to mayor.
I would like to return to mayor. Yeah, that guy sounded like a fucking idiot. No offense, Mike. You idiot.
We need a change. Why did I vote
Look.
for forced castration? Just something different.
Yeah.
We just need a change.
Yeah.
Oh, forced
Yeah.
feminization? I just think we just need a change here in Fort Smith. It's something different. I don't know. We just can't keep doing the same
It's
shit.
So fucking funny. But for real though, it's like what to what end, dude?
That's an
You know?
insane reasoning.
I like change for change's sake.
Change for change's sake.
Some people say humans hate change, not me. I need it.
Look,
I thrive under change.
Why do I want us to open the Necronomicon? I want to call Cthulhu. All right, it's just something different for the community.
Yeah, come on.
I'm sick of these fucking gardens or whatever.
Trying to slurp on dead bodies. Trying to slurp. So what's going on is that Shayne McKinney got upset for being forced to do some kind of like permit for some work on his house. And he decided he's going to run for mayor. Well, oops, turns out the way that the government is ran in Fort Smith, Arkansas, is that it's ran like it's an administrative government. So the person who actually is executing the day-to-day functions is a city administrator that is agreed upon and hired by like the city council, not an elected official.
Interesting.
Like the mayor, which I think there's like a fair, argument to be made that maybe the person who is doing this stuff should be somebody that we elect. I think the counter argument is people would say, well, you're electing the people who pick the guy.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't know that that necessarily is better.
It's an interesting thing. I feel like electing the guy that hires the guy works for things that are more like, I don't know, the president's cabinet, for instance,
Right.
or whatever. Like,
Right.
to an extent, it makes
Not
sense.
the chief executive of the city.
That seems
That's
like
kind of how I feel
a
too.
kind of high stakes position to not be elected
Right.
directly.
And
But
while-
also, I am increasingly becoming anti-democracy. So I don't really know where I land on this particular issue. I don't think people...
I think that no matter what, no matter where you land, the truth of the matter is that Shayne is only lobbying it for it to become a mayoral system of government because he's running for mayor.
He wants more power.
And he learned that it's not that when he decided to run for mayor. And so now he's trying to convince all these conservative people. So this is on his Instagram page. And can you see what it says at the top? Go ahead and read it for everybody.
Can a vampire reach the conservative people of Fort Smith? What would Fort Smith sound like if it was pop punk?
And so this is kind of a long video. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
I'd say it's almost 13 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to be pausing it quite frequently.
13-minute vertical is nuts.
It's just one of those things where all of this guy's videos are incredibly long, but I can never just clip part of it because I'll start being like, okay, I'm going to clip it soon. And then he'll start saying something else. And I'm like, well, I can't not put this
Back in Transylvania. Not that kind of trans. Don't worry.
Go ahead, dude.
I'm going to talk to you about how we're going to change this. So I started thinking about how we're going to change this a while back, really about October. And I asked myself, what are the real problems? And I kind of went back on a lot of experiences that I had, and I remembered back to a preacher at a Baptist church I used to go to that said this. A camel is a racehorse designed by a committee. That church was being ran by a committee. That church doesn't exist anymore in Fort Smith. There's a lot of Baptist churches and other churches ran by committees that don't exist anymore in Fort Smith. I'm sure a lot of you all have noticed that.
Pause it. Yeah, dude, the problem is there's not enough Baptists in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Look, I may be a servant of the Dark Lord. I might live on blood, but I grew up Baptist just like you.
He's a fucking vampire. He's a man dressed as a vampire
with his fangs. The fangs.
Yeah, you can't see the fangs in this video.
You gotta pronounce that N. You gotta hit that N real hard.
Yeah. Be careful,
because I wasn't sure what you were saying for a second. With the fangs. Look, I'm just like you. All right, I
got my wallet attached to a chain. I woke up this morning. I ironed my vest. I said, "Time to go to work." Sure, for me, working is just making videos, but
look, and I'm married to the devil. That's right. That's okay. I'm married to the devil, but I love God. All right, and fiscal responsibility.
I've seen societies rise and crumble due to overspending
and rule by committee.
Yeah, frankly, rule by committee has never in the history of my being a vampire.
Hey, I've been around. I've been in multiple galaxies a long, long time ago, right? And the Jedi Temple fell because it was ran by committee.
Emperor Palpatine tried to save him. Go ahead.
The idea of splitting the responsibility around a large number of people to make the decisions is fine if what you're doing is good and not broken. But when something is broken, when something isn't working and you need to fix it, it is almost impossible for the committee to fix it. It's just, are you guys working on all the lights and stuff?
Pause this shit. For a vampire, he sure wants more lights. Am I right?
Yeah.
Come on. Hey,
I'm starting to get a little suspicious that this guy might not actually be a vampire.
I just can't wrap my head around how fucking lame this guy is in comparison to how cool the branding of Vampire Landlord is. Like he should be on like a motorcycle with a skull on it, you know, like he should
be doing some jungle law style billboards.
Yeah, he should have like
he
should talk like an evil guy, you know, and like I feel like
he should be bearing his fangs more.
Yeah, he should be bearing his fangs. He should have a cape on. I just think he shouldn't be embarrassed of his persona. If he's running for mayor, he should be like, look, I'm a great businessman.
Dude.
That's why I'm a vampire. And they'd be like, hey, as long as you hate abortion, we're with you.
Dude,
and he's like, of course I hate abortion.
Yeah.
It's less blood for me to suck.
Yeah.
Let's go, brothers. Like,
for real.
just like
vampires gotta hate abortion.
We've already passed the point of politicians not like needing to behave like responsible people.
Yeah.
Like it's already professional wrestling. You know what I mean? That's what Trump did. Trump made politics professional wrestling. Just lean into it. You can be you can't be the Iron Sheik, but you can be the vampire realtor.
I think that we wouldn't have the vampire landlord running for mayor if we didn't have Donald Trump.
No, there's no way.
There's no way that we would. I think even 10 years ago, people would have this guy would have been made a mockery.
Well, I also think even 10 years ago, this guy wouldn't have been like, you can't be if you're the vampire landlord, that's fine, but that means you can never run for office. Right. And then Donald Trump happened. He was like, well,
hey, this guy seems to be shitting his pants.
Steve Bannon has pissed himself at the World Economic Forum. I think we're in the clear.
I think that Joe Biden and Donald Trump have proved to me that I can actually do anything I want.
There are no rules, actually.
All those guardrails that everybody was talking about actually seem like they don't exist at all.
Remember when Howard Dean lost a primary because he went,
yeah.
It's just, and maybe I do think if you were trying to run as a progressive, we are a little less forgiving.
No, for sure.
If you're running as a conservative, you literally just have to say you don't like abortion. You don't even have to actually do any legislatively. You don't have to be consistent.
Well, they don't have any policies other than arresting immigrants off the street and but even then I don't even think that that's something that they would have to do for people to if they just came out and said we're arresting more immigrants than ever.
Yeah, no, they don't even
everybody
have to
would be
do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
No. I think that the unfortunate part is they actually are doing some of these things now. But before recently, I feel like it was one of those deals where the thing that nobody would say is we actually don't. There's no policy behind this.
Yeah, no.
Because it's all we're doing is just riling people up.
It just got to a point where there had to be policy behind it because people started being like, I'm more for real about being tough on immigration than this guy. And once the Democrats and Republicans are both trying to be tough on an issue, that's when you're actually going to start getting policy because... Yeah, whatever. Vampire Realtor, though. This is fascinating. They need to fix the lighting.
Yeah, he's going to get it fixed.
They're
going to get it, and then he's going to fucking show us some graphs.
A little bit distractible.
Usually I would be fond of, but...
So it's okay. It's okay. You guys keep doing the things. If I'm anything, it is distractible. So...
more like retractable,
We
thanks.
set up a system as the city to maintain the status quo, to keep going with what we're doing. And then we ask, why are things not changing? Why in my lifetime has nothing significant changed for Fort Smith? The most significant thing I've seen is, I guess, West Ark became UAFS. What have we really got?
He wanted a laugh. He definitely was going for a laugh there.
Look at Northwest Arkansas. If you just drive up there and you haven't been there a week, it's a whole new city. What's the difference? Let's talk about the difference.
The difference is Northwest Arkansas is owned by the Waltons.
Dude.
And that they can just dump money into their city anytime they want to.
So this is exactly what he's going to get into because he shows these graphs of he's like, see, in 1992, this is when the Northwest Arkansas and Fayetteville started to take off compared to Fort Smith. They were even, and then they started to take off. In 1992 is around a decade after Ronald Reagan had begun to dismantle the Social Security state in this country and roll back regulations massively. I'm not saying that it was utopia before that, but
I'll say that.
This is
I'll say that. The 70s were a utopia. Jimmy Carter's America was paradise, and it's what we need to return to. RTVRN.
That's how a vampire would say it.
Return.
Tavern?
But yeah, dude, no, he's pointing out this moment, and it's dude, Like,
also 1992 sounds right about the time Walmart's starting to get real big.
no, exactly. Yeah,
Real
that's what I'm saying.
unignorable.
Because they like all of these like regulations on large corporations had been rolled back, which is what Walmart started doing with their prices.
Hey.
And
rollback.
this podcast is brought to you by Walmart. Walmart.
Waltons.
We're doing
Hit us.
bad stuff. Yeah, hit us.
Hit us up.
Throw a brick through the window.
Hey, yeah. You can do Crystal Bridges Art Museum, but you can't sponsor Jakin Off. Whatever happened to being the Medicis? Come on, you know.
Come on. I need my Medici. My Lorenzo Medici.
I've heard of Sam's Club, but what about Jake's Club?
Come on.
Let
Jake's Club.
it rip. We need some money.
Yeah.
Money for the papa.
But yeah, dude, he's gonna show us some graphs, and the graphs are exactly what you're saying, right? It's like you're looking at the reason why this started going in a different direction is because a bunch of people started moving from other places to this one area because they work for Walmart, which is one of the biggest corporations in the world.
So this is a population growth comparison between Fayetteville and Fort Smith. I don't know if you guys heard, but Fort Smith isn't the second largest city in Arkansas anymore. Okay?
Oh no!
If you notice the population here,
Not number 3.
they pretty much trend identically up to 1992, where I put this red line. Do you know what happened in 1992 in Fayetteville? They got rid of their old government and changed to a mayoral form of government.
Wow.
And people started moving there like that. Once they heard that they could vote for mayor in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Wait a second. You mean to mean the committee has finally ended? Baby, we're fucking tonight. We got to make some kids. Right here in
What
Fort
a
Smith.
joke, dude. It doesn't make any sense at all. He's like, in 1992, the year, and then it was 3 years from
You know what
then
happened? You know what happened
that
in
the mayor took over.
You know what happened in 1992 in Fayetteville?
I got a blowjob.
The Fayetteville, the Razorbacks went 0-2.
Dude, but seriously, something like that is the equivalent to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
Rhonda got her tires changed.
It was a butterfly that was flapping its wings.
I'm trying to bring a butterfly here. Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
Let's get a butterfly into Fort Smith. Go. Hey, if you want a butterfly, you're going to need a vampire. Vote for Shayne McKinney.
That's when the break happens. Suddenly they have leadership that can adapt. Suddenly they can welcome businesses more efficiently instead of having bureaucracy stand in the way. And everything changes.
Dude,
Next
this
slide.
guy is like so crazy.
So we were neck and neck.
Hey, pause it.
Population.
That's a
Guy's obsessed with necks. Neck and neck? Come on.
This guy can't stop thinking
Can't stop
about
thinking
necks.
about necks. There's maybe he is a vampire after all.
We were juicy neck to juicy neck. He's got a fucking. I think that this is AI, probably.
that
is.
AI
Yeah.
Ben-Hur when you could just literally Google Ben-Hur, but he doesn't know. He's too culturally illiterate to Google. What's the movie with the
Dude, no,
chariots?
he can't remember Ben-Hur because it's been so long since he talked to Ben-Hur.
Oh right, yeah. Ben-Hur was a real friend of his.
Yeah.
Ben-Hur is the fucking most
he's a
boring
fucking
fucking movie I've
vampire.
ever seen, by the way. Just literally just fast forward to the chariot race. Go, wow,
Yeah.
they really pulled that off. And then you've seen Ben-Hur.
Yeah, then jerk off.
Then jerk off, and then you Ben-Hur, if you know what I mean. Ben-Hur done that.
Go ahead, dude.
Wise, economically, we were right there. And some people are already writing this off in their head. Maybe you are already against this, but and the kinds of things you'll say is, but they had Walmart. But they had Tyson. They had this, they had that, right? That's the kinds of things you're going to
We
use
have
to
the
justify
vampire
difference.
landlord. Okay.
But why did they have that? Why didn't Fort Smith? Why didn't Fort Smith have FedEx home office? What kind of
Pause
decisions
it,
or
dude.
leadership?
Go back. Just a little bit go back, Brett. The way that he says home office under his breath makes me like believe that he like didn't want to just say home office because he realizes it wouldn't be as impressive as just like FedEx period. He's like, why didn't we get FedEx home office? The way he does it. Play, Brett.
but they had Tyson, but they had this, they had that, right? That's the kinds of things you're going to use to justify the difference. But why did they have that? Why didn't Fort Smith? Why didn't Fort Smith have FedEx home office? What kind of decisions are leadership's making? Why did we not attract Walmart down here? Obviously, we had distribution centers. Obviously, we had some of the earliest stores. What would it have taken to cause that to occur? It would have taken leadership to attract that to Fort
Pause
Smith.
that.
Not.
Yeah.
I still can't. I just can't consolidate how fucking lame he sounds and the lame shit he's talking about with Vampire Landlord.
It doesn't match, bro.
Just take the fucking wallet off, take the vest off.
Yeah.
Like the brand is. This is bad for the brand.
He should just be landlord.
You should. Well, if anything, you should like put your hair up in a fucking ponytail. Wear a fucking like I don't know. You should like have a dual. You should have like a secret identity.
Yeah.
The Vampire Landlord thing should be a thing your opponent digs up on you, and then people are like, "Whoa, he's a vampire! Oh, that's so cool." Because this is, I just like, I don't want to watch
an actual landlord.
I don't want to watch this guy
Or
talk
vampire.
anymore.
Dude, no, I know. We can be done, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a long video.
Yeah,
It's a long video. You get the gist.
I get the gist.
He's kind of boring.
You don't
and-
want to watch the remaining 10 minutes of this?
No,
Dude, we could. I watched it 3 times. I watched it 3 times.